Okay, so in this lecture, we are going to discuss about what is method overriding in Java. So method overriding is an important concept in Java. So it was achieved using in runtime polymorphism. So even though we have two type of polymorphism in Java, we have compile time polymorphism and we have runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism can be achieved using method overloading, and runtime polymorphism can be achieved using method overriding. So in this video, we will discuss about what is method overriding, what is the roots of method overriding, and what is an example of method overriding. So we can see in upcoming slides, we will discuss about what is overriding concept. First, we should know what is method overriding in Java. So method overriding is nothing but, so you have a same method name as declared in your parent class, and you are declaring the same method name in your child class. So this is all about your method overriding. And simply say that if you want to do a specific implementation in a method, so you are declaring a same method name in both your parent class and child class. So this process is known as a method overriding concept. Consider this, we have an example right now here. See, I have class A. Let me take an example. I have class A. So this is your class A class, and this is your B class. Okay. So in A class, we have a method name called void display. This is method name. Void display is a method. And B class, we have void display is a method. So we are going to use inheritance right now here. So we are going to uh, acquire the data from class A to class B. So the only point is we have same method name in both the classes. So we have display method. It is available in A class and also in B class. So we are going to overwrite the data from A to B. So if you have a same method name in both the classes, so if you want to acquire the data from A class to B class, this process is known as, and if you want to do a specific implementation on a method, we are declaring the same method name in both the class. This concept is known as method overriding concept. Okay, and what is the main use of method overriding is this method overriding is mainly used for to achieve your runtime polymorphism. And second thing, if you want to do a specific implementation on a method, for example, any specific implementation on a method, if you want to connect from base class to derived class, if you want to acquire the data from base class to derived class, and this entire specific implementation can be done using method overriding. This is all about usage of your Java method overriding. And the next thing, what is the major rules to form your Java method overloading? So we have only three rules here. The first rule is nothing but your method name should be same name in the parent class. For example, if you are declaring a method name as display, it should be declared in your parent class. Make sure that if you are creating a method name as display, it should be declared in the parent class. And second step is nothing but method must have same parameter as in the parent class. For example, in your parent class, you are declaring a method as display. If you are not passing any argument to the particular parent class, the same methodology will be followed to your upcoming child classes also. If you are passing any parameter to your class, the same parameter which has to pass to your child classes also. And this method overriding will be done in the process of is a relationship, which means that it will do an inheritance process. It will acquire the data from one class to another class. Make sure that your method name should be same name, same parameter in the parent class. This is all about your rules for your Java method overriding. And the next thing, we are going to see a real-time example of Java method overloading. So consider this an example. There is a common class called bank. Okay. So this bank is a class is used to calculate the rate of interest, and this is all about your functionality. As I said before, if you want to do any specific functionality of a class of a class in your particular method, you can use method overriding to do all those things. For example, my functionality is used to calculate the rate of interest. Okay, so if you want to calculate the rate of interest, this bank is nothing but it is a common class. Okay, and I'm going to create three classes here. One is your SBI, ICICI, another one is your Axis. These are all the child classes. See, make sure that this is your base class, this is your base class, and this SBI, ICICI, and Axis Bank, these are all the child classes. Okay, as I said before, if you want to achieve your method overriding, you should carefully declare that your method name should be same and parameters also same in your parent class. See, My method name is get rate of interest is my method name, and you should follow the same method name in your child classes also. I am going to use the same method name as in SBA class and ICICI bank class and Axis bank class. So this will acquire the data from bank to SBA, bank to ICICI, and bank to Axis Bank. So this inheritance is nothing but it is a hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance is nothing but if you want to create a derived class with a single base class, make sure the point. If you want to create a derived class, multiple derived class with single base class, and this relationship is nothing but your hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So what is the bank they are going to follow? What is the bank they are following to rate of interest? 8% and 7%, 9%, which means that SBI Bank is following 8% as rate of interest, and ICICI Bank is following 7% as rate of interest, and Axis Bank is following 9% as rate of interest. And this is the scenario of your job method already. Next, you can see a programmatic concept. See, in this programmatic concept, so as I said before, this bank is nothing but it is your base class. So in this base class, there is a method called get rate of interest. In this get rate of interest, if you just want to call this method get rate of interest by default, it will return the value as 0. So since I have not set any default value for bank, if you just go and call the bank class method by default it will return 0. Okay. So as I said before, if you want to do your method overriding concept, make sure that you should follow a is a relationship. Is a relationship is nothing but you should follow a inheritance concept. For example, since this bank is a base class and this SBA is a derived class, make sure that this bank, which means that it is a base class, and SBI is denoted as child class. Okay, so and this ICICI bank is a derived class and bank is a base class. You can see that this get rate of interest it is common for all the classes. See, in base class there is a method called get rate of interest. In SPA class there is a get rate of interest, and ICICI bank get rate of interest, and Axis bank get rate of interest. You should just carefully look on that. All the method name should be same. In a base class method name get rate of interest, the same method name and same parameter you have to follow for your derived classes also. So in my derived class, SBI, ICICI Bank and Axis Bank, all the classes they have a common method called get rate of interest. But they are following a different constraint. For example, the SBI Bank they will follow the rate of interest as 8%, and ICICI Bank they will follow the rate of interest as 1%, and Axis Bank they are following rate of interest as 9%. Okay, and this is all about your template of your method overriding. So now we are going to call and with the help of your main function. So I'm going to create a class called test2. Okay, under main function, since I'm having three classes here, SBI, ICICI and Axis. The object for SBI is S and ICICI is I and Axis Bank is A. So I'm going to create three objects. If you want to create an object in Java, it's very easy. Class name, object name equal to new class name. Since this S, I, A are objects, I'm going to call, for example, in my console window, system.out.println, I'm going to print my rate of interest for SBA. My SBA rate of interest is, so it will directly go and call with your SBI rate of interest. What is the rate of interest for SBA? It is 8%. That's it. It is 8% right now. And the second line, it will call ICICI Bank rate of interest. It will directly go and call your ICICI Bank. The rate of interest is 7%. And the next Axis Bank rate of interest, it will directly go and call your Axis Bank rate of interest. It is 9%. So at last, see, you can see the entire method name in bank class and in SBI and ICICI and Axis. All the method name and parameter are same. This is all about your method overriding concept. At last, once you're executing the program, it will print the rate of interest for SBI is 8 and ICICI is 7 and Axis Bank is 9. The summarization of this video, this lecture video is you should know that what is method overriding and what is the use of method overriding and what is the three golden rules you should follow method overriding, and we can see an example of method overriding. Okay, I hope this video is very much useful for academic process. Thank you so much.